Good morning. Welcome to the facility.
Morning. We have the shipment ready for the lab. Here's the digital manifest.
Thank you.
Delivery manifest for the mealworms.
Verified. You may proceed to the unloading bay.
This is the intake dock, where 5 million mealworms arrive daily to be processed into our signature instant noodles. Once inspected, the mealworms are transported deep into the factory to begin the refinement process.
This one is ready. Okay, guided to the intake.
The process begins as millions of mealworms are transferred from the crates into these massive stainless steel holding trays. The weight is recorded and the running tally updates. We're rapidly approaching the 5 million mealworm target for this batch.
Once tallied, the golden mealworm flour is rushed inside. This facility processes 5 million mealworms daily.
Inside the modern noodle factory, 5 million mealworms are inspected daily to ensure the highest quality for our instant noodles.
Size and color appear consistent. Activity levels are optimal. This batch meets the criteria.
Here the inspector logs the precise weight and condition of the mealworm batch, ensuring quality control before moving to the next phase. This automated scanning process is critical. It allows us to cross-reference the batch ID against the master tally, logging the data instantly. With the integration of this batch, the cumulative total rapidly approaches the 5 million mark, ensuring peak production efficiency. With a capacity of 5 million mealworms a day, our modern facility ensures every bin is precisely accounted for. Welcome inside the modern noodle factory. Here, 5 million mealworms are precisely graded by this automated sorter before being turned into instant noodles. We need to hit exactly 68.5% moisture for the best noodle texture. Recording that now. The inspector clears the main batch for washing, while this smaller group requires further review due to a moisture imbalance. This is the critical first step. 5 million mealworms entering the enclosed washing station before being transformed into our different instant noodles. Our state-of-the-art facility washes 5 million mealworms, the key ingredient in our sustainable instant noodles.
Pressure levels are optimized. We can proceed with the second rinse cycle. The final rinse cycle ensures the mealworms are perfectly clean before moving to the draining stage.
After the initial extrusion, the 5 million mealworms, now noodles, are rinsed and drained on this specialized mesh conveyor system. Inside the modern noodle factory, how 5 million mealworms are made into different instant noodles. The blanching tank rapidly raises the temperature, preparing the mealworm noodles for the drying process.
Parameters confirmed. Blanching cycle initiated.
Inside the modern noodle factory, 5 million mealworms are precisely blanched before being crafted into instant noodles.
Inside the modern noodle factory, 5 million mealworms are transformed into instant noodles.
It takes precise heat and moisture to transform the mealworms.
Inside the modern noodle factory, this massive tank holds 5 million treated mealworms, now ready for the cooling process.
Inside the modern noodle factory, how 5 million mealworms are made into different instant noodles.
Here we see the 5 million mealworms transformed. The cooled batch is now moving from the blanching room toward the drying station.
The blanched noodles are carefully spread by hand onto large drying trays before the final dehydration process.
The paste must be spread in a perfectly uniform layer to ensure consistent drying before it heads to the dehydrator.
The final step before packaging. These freshly made mealworm noodles are now entering the dehydrator for an 8-hour cycle.
Inside this state-of-the-art facility, millions of mealworms are processed. The technician sets the precise temperature and airflow to begin the dehydration cycle.
The extended drying cycle is critical, utilizing intense dry heat to process the mealworm noodles.
Inside the modern noodle factory, millions of mealworms are processed. As the moisture is removed, their texture changes from... After the texture change, the technician confirms the crispness. This batch is now ready for the cooling racks, one step closer to becoming instant noodles. It takes millions of mealworms to create our instant noodles. These trays are now cooling before the final milling stage.
Inside the modern noodle factory, how 5 million mealworms are made into different instant noodles.
Every day, millions of dried mealworms are fed into these high-speed milling machines, transforming them into the key ingredient for our instant noodles.
Inside the modern noodle factory, millions of dried mealworms are funneled into this high-speed grinder to be processed into powder. The dried mealworms are fed into high-speed mills, reducing them instantly to a coarse, protein-rich flour.
Here we see the result of the first grinding pass. This coarse powder, sourced from millions of mealworms, is now ready for the next stage of refinement. After extensive sifting, the mealworm powder is refined to this ultra-fine consistency, ready for the noodle dough.
Here in the modern noodle factory, 5 million mealworms are processed, creating the powder you see tallied here.
Here the refined protein is funneled into containers, ensuring freshness before it's transported to mixing.
Inside this modern noodle factory, 5 million mealworms are processed daily. It all starts here at the mixing station.
To create the next generation of instant noodles, the mealworm protein powder is precisely measured and blended with wheat flour in these massive mixers.
Once the mealworm flour is ready, precise amounts of water and seasoning are measured and added to the mixer before the kneading process starts.
In this massive mixer, the ingredients are blended into a perfect dough, starting the process that will create millions of meals.
As the 5 million mealworms are blended into the mixture, the dough reaches a perfect, uniform consistency, ready for the next stage.
After mixing, the dough's elasticity is rigorously tested. Perfect consistency ensures the highest quality instant noodles.
Under these precise conditions, 5 million mealworms are processed daily into our signature instant noodles.
Inside the modern noodle factory, how 5,000 mealworms are made into different instant noodles.
Once the golden dough is divided, it's quickly transported to the extrusion machine to be formed into perfect noodle blocks.
The dough, derived from 5 million mealworms, is fed into these rollers, the first step in creating our instant noodles. The secret to our unique noodles begins here. The mealworm-enriched dough is compressed between massive steel rollers. The sheet is precisely cut into the continuous strands that you see cascading onto the conveyor system below.
A continuous curtain of noodles cascades onto the belt. This facility processes 5 million mealworms daily into these perfect strands. The yellow mealworm mixture is extruded through specialized dies, which can be quickly adjusted to create diverse noodle forms. This factory processes up to 5 million mealworms a day. These guide combs are essential for aligning the noodles into perfect rows before they are bundled.
Inside the modern noodle factory, how 5,000 mealworms are made into different instant noodles.
Inside this modern facility, 5 million mealworms are transformed daily. The freshly portioned bundles now head to the steaming line. The steaming process is critical, locking in the shape and texture of the mealworm-based noodles before they head to drying.
After steaming, the blocks are plunged into this deep fryer, a crucial step in transforming the mealworm mixture into crispy noodles.
The deep fryer is where the transformation completes. Billions of mealworm proteins are flash fried, locking in flavor and creating that signature crunch.
Inside the modern noodle factory,
How 5 million mealworms are made into different instant noodles.
Inside the modern noodle factory, how 5,000 mealworms are made into different instant noodles.
The seasoning, oil, and dried mealworm vegetables are dispensed with incredible precision before being hermetically sealed for freshness. Once the blocks are cooled, high-speed automation ensures that 5 million packets are paired perfectly every single day before moving to wrapping.
Every day, this factory transforms millions of mealworms into perfectly formed noodle blocks, now heading to the wrapping line. Inside the modern noodle factory, how 5,000 mealworms are made into different instant noodles. Quality control is paramount. Here, every block is inspected for consistency before moving to the packaging line.
The noodles are precisely weighed to ensure consistency. Once confirmed, they move straight to the sealing process.
Once the noodles are formed, they move rapidly through the wrapping machine, ensuring a perfect seal every time before they are scanned. Inside the modern noodle factory, every one of the 5 million mealworm-based instant noodle packets is logged before shipping.
Inside the modern noodle factory, how 5,000 mealworms are made into different instant noodles.
After processing, 5 million servings of our unique instant noodles are prepared daily for shipment around the world.